All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Pepe. I'm in the building. I'm here with Kat. Kat, how you doing?
I'm good.
Speak up a little bit.
I'm good. It
You
could be
good?
better.
All right. You got to talk up for me though, for the audience.
Okay.
All right. All right. We out in Columbus right now. James Road, over here on the east side. What's your current situation?
My current situation is that I'm dealing with a lot of confusion, a lot of not being stable, not having enough resources to fall back on and help me, you know what I'm saying, get my feet on the ground. I'm also dealing with a lot of unreliable and inconsistent businesses and promises, and it's just crazy because it's a lot of confusion.
All right. All right. Are you originally from Columbus,
Actually, I'm from Florida.
Florida? How long you been in Columbus?
I've been in Columbus off and on since I've been about, I want to say 9.
Okay. You got family here?
I do.
All right. You have family. You got family in Florida as well too.
I do.
All right. Are you currently working, or how are you getting by?
Most definitely working. I do several different things. Cleaning. I do maintaining beautiful like women and exotic like places. It's kind of hard to explain, but I put it together to where the beautiful women in the exotic places get online, and then when they're online, I post ads for them.
Okay.
And it's not a dating site.
Okay.
it's it's where they sell homes and do stuff as far as have you come out and do vacationing and get away, cater to you, and something like to where if you're going through something with your better half, you know, you get that time to kind of like rekindle and move side, you know, because I know what it feels to go through it, and I've always wanted something like that for myself.
Okay. What's the worst situation, or what's the worst thing that's happened to you out here?
Being betrayed, and it's more than less. I say that because the worst thing in the world is to like depend on someone or have faith in someone or need them, and they, out of all the people you would have thought betray you, it hurts because it's not easy to take and, you know, believe in something.
So are you currently with someone right now?
I'm currently, I want to say, with myself.
Okay.
I'm currently with myself.
Is it kind of hard looking for someone to be with out here? I guess you talk about the loyalty aspect, in general. Or I mean, plus it's just cutthroat in general out here, and you know the
Right.
things you're dealing with. So it's kind of
Right. It's not hard looking for someone because everybody finds me, but it's hard to be the one that everybody looks for when it's not genuine, and it's because they're not looking for you, they're looking for what you do.
can do for them. All right. So what's the plan for? What's the next move for you?
I want to say the next move for me is to consistently and to I want to say just stick with it. Just stick with me doing me. It's real hard because not only am I a people pleaser, but I live for making the next person happy. I live for, you know, trying. I try too hard, and I do it for everybody else but me. You know, so I'm working on just trying to do me, not focusing on, you know, everybody around me, and then I can get something done and get ahead. Because when I focus on them clowns and worry about everybody else, I can't get feet out my neck. I can't breathe. I stay down, and it's too much.
All right. Or do you use?
Most definitely.
Okay. When's the last time?
When you say use,
Well, what's your drug of choice?
I use more than just drugs.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Drink.
I use attention,
Okay.
affection, you know what I'm saying? I use, you know what I'm saying, stuff that whatever makes me feel like being important,
You
you
prolific.
know,
All right. All right.
being noticed, you
All
feel
right.
me?
Uh-huh.
And to me, that's more toxic
Mm-hmm.
and more, you know, wicked
Yeah, than any other substance,
in the
especially
world.
depending on how well you got a grasp on somebody or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure you know how to sink your teeth into a few. Yeah. Uh, so tell me, you got any children?
My children are grown. I do have children.
Okay.
My relationship is off and on. It has been, you know, since they were young. You know, again, that's my fault for trying so hard and going about it the wrong ways as a parent and trying to be a friend, seeing that I didn't have my father around.
Mm-hmm.
And I never wanted them to go through that pain. And I didn't do nothing to make it worse.
It seems like that's like the program I talk about that goes around how you didn't have your father and it was just passed down from generation to generation of, you know, kids
Generational
growing up
curse.
with no, and a generational curse basically, which is exactly what you say. It's like, it's a lot of stuff they talked about in the Bible, how our community was cursed because we don't know who or where we come from or who's our elders or stuff like that in that general aspect.
Right.
So, you know, I don't know. That's something I try to tell our community. There's other ways. So, tell me about your time in Florida. Why don't you go back down there?
Well, I never said I didn't.
Well, I mean, just like you go back in the winter when it's fucking cold up here.
I go back when I can. You
I feel
me?
you. Yeah.
I just, you know, you get stuck. Like, it's just certain circumstances and situations that sometimes being here is better than being there, when at the end of the day, being there would be much better. But you also could be better than being here. Like, it's just, you know, it is what it is. So,
All right.
it's in my heart, though.
All right. Yeah. All right. So, recall day one out here. What was
When
that
you
like?
say out here,
I mean, like how you in the situation of your current situation now, of day one when you didn't know or you didn't, you know, was you always hustling, getting it in like since you was like, you know, young, or did this just come about probably like 15, 20 years ago and maybe you reached a boiling point and you said, fuck it, I'm gonna do my own thing?
First of all, I come from a self-made family. You know, I'm self-made. So I must say day one was when I came out the womb.
All right.
You feel me? I was crying and shit and didn't even know why. Okay? But at the end of the day, I must say the first thing was when my daddy left me, you know, and basically made me feel like I got thrown away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And you say out here, like, I ain't out here, never have been, but I am in here. You get me?
Yeah, but I mean your just
I'm
current
in here.
situation.
No. And I'm also the type that I feel like, you know, prison is within yourself. So even though when I wasn't out here and dealing and mixing and being a part of the game, I was going through stuff that people out here go through, and maybe even worse, because I was in turmoil within myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when you're growing up and you seeing everybody with their dad, and you know, and you seeing people get certain attention from their dad and stuff happens to you and you wondering why your dad went there to protect you and stuff, that's worse than being out here around these lions, tigers, and bears and still trying to live.
Yeah. I mean, it all. I mean, you know, there's a lot of people that dealt with it in certain ways. I guess it's just how certain people deal with it. So, you know, I'm not blaming. I mean, that's, like I said, that's one factor that plagues black community for sure. It's like 75% of homes. I didn't have. I mean, I grew up in a single family. You know, we had our pops, but my mom and them weren't together.
hold on, let me explain. Actually, I was a blessed, you know what I'm saying, child. I actually grew up with a stepfather that came into my life at 7. You know, he's still with my mother today. He's the only father I know. Like, but at the end of the day, he wasn't my father. You know, and
I mean, he was.
it was.
Because he played the role, because I got the same stepfather.
From day one.
I have a real father that I still saw, and then I had a stepfather as well, and they're not together, but he still played the role no matter if they were together or not. When my brothers went, I went too.
But at the end of the day, that's
So
where
I mean, you know, I give shout out to stepfathers because I ain't doing it.
I
mean,
I
not unless
do. I give shout out, and I do. You know, he that black Superman in our life, but he ain't my father. And in my mind and in my heart, I always felt like, why he ain't my dad? Why is I'm calling him dad? Like, you know what I mean?
well, because he
So,
I mean, anybody can make a baby. Just because they make babies don't make them fathers. He played the role and he did what he had to do. As long as he did right by you and actually was there for you like a father was, he was your father.
try his damnedest, but then like I
You know,
said,
because I mean, I've known motherfuckers who had kids, you know, and they don't take care of the kids. So like, that's why I said if he still took care of you and you know, looked
this
out
day,
for you,
you
and
know,
yeah, you
so-
gotta, you know, he was your father.
But that's a sickness I've been dealing with, living with all my life.
It take time.
So
You know.
it's just that's been my downfall. That's what's always held me down. Just living in the past, not letting go, not being able to accept. You feel me? Similar to being out here. You know, so out here people do it and live it because there's something they're running from or something you don't want to deal with, you know, and all along, you know, all you gotta do is just accept, let go, move on. And again, like I said, that's something I ain't learned how to do or don't know how, or, you know, I don't know.
Cat. You know, black people run. Problems run faster. Shout out to Norbert, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
That's my movie, Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy, a motherfucking fool. He said, yeah. I mean, but like, I mean, I get what you're saying though. Yeah, that shit real though. I mean, you know, there's certain things like, you know, we gotta face them problems though. Telling you, I ain't been, you know, you're the heart. I mean, let me rephrase that. The hardest person to fight is yourself, because you know yourself. So you know that you gonna bend or you go. So that's why I tell people the hardest person to fight. Once you conquer your motherfucking self and your fears or whatever thing that's got you, you a bad motherfucker. Because once you can beat yourself, then you can, you know.
Yeah.
That's the hardest person that, you know.
And that probably never happened because I got them dogs.
I believe you can beat yourself. Everybody can beat
I be
themselves.
fucking myself up.
You got the code. You know, you the only one with the key, basically.
Like,
You the only one with the key to that shit.
oh no.
It start with, you know, it start with you.
Because the whole time I'm fucking myself up. I'm fucking myself up because I'm trying to not fuck myself up.
Yeah, see?
Fucked up.
And that's not, I mean, that, just like you said, you trying to not fuck yourself up, but at the same time, you fucking it up.
I'm gonna give a perfect example. Right now, I'm fucking myself up. And the whole reason is because I'm trying to get the fuck where I need to be to my people so he don't trip and cannot think crazy. But doing this was the only way I can get to my people. And so guess what? He gonna fuck me up. I already know.
You
so
think?
I got ass with the coming for trying to get here, to do this, to do, you know what I'm saying? Not get that, but
Yeah.
it's coming. I know.
You know one thing I ain't never understood, like, because, like, as yourself as an entrepreneur and how you get money and how, you know, you out here, you know, every day doing it for yourself, you might as well just keep it for yourself and rock for yourself and fuck with yourself and quick. I mean, I don't, you know, you shouldn't have to answer nobody in my opinion, but that's just me.
Crazy. Like, I've been told that,
That's just
in
me.
my life, it's just like, I'm not cut from that kind of cloth. So I don't know if it's a job God want me to do or if it's my self-will and I'm going against the grain. All I know is I gotta look out. I gotta show love. I gotta break bread. I gotta pass this, pass that, or I can't breathe. And it does keep me fucked up because it's clowns that don't appreciate, loyalty lie in the wrong place, and all of that.
So why would you give your energy to clowns that don't appreciate it? That's my only thing I tell people. Why give energy to clowns that don't, like, you know?
Same reason
You
God,
just said it. You just
same
said.
reason God give His energy to us.
Well, that's God. We're not
Because
God.
we don't appreciate it. We ain't, but we made it His image.
Yeah, it's true.
So
We're made in God. Like,
His image.
let us. Actually, the Bible is so misinterpreted. It's so crazy.
You know.
You had
and so,
what was it, like Roman Catholics trying to interpret Judaism or Hebrew. Yeah, is trying to. But yeah, so all right. Well, any last words?
About shoot,
Any advice? Tell our youth.
Just know that God is real. You know, the devil is just as real. And if you don't know, you won't know. So you better recognize who you with and who for you. And what team you really on. Because it's going down.
All right, buddy. Kitty Cat in the building. Thanks for doing the interview. All right. Peace.